This is a quick showing of Master of Harmony. If you don't know, it's a little bank. You probably use gain vitality from dealing damage or healing, or even overhealing. To this little bank, you can expel it by popping a brew, either into damage or healing. So this is very strong right now. I believe Mistweaver Monk can carry up to even 11s and 12s. Like, you can quite literally almost hyper carry just for how much damage you deal and healing output you can just do per average on pack. So let me show you just kind of like a quick little rundown of how this works. So you have your stored up vitality right here. You can expel it for damage. So first you would want to stomp so you can expel all your damage into healing. Be 100%. Pop a brew, kick, chi burst, and lightning. So right now you can burst around 2 mil, which is absolutely ridiculous for a healer. And you can do this very, very consistent. Almost once every 30 seconds. I'll show you how kind of have the example and one of my random keys I just did earlier. Alright, so this is the random miss of miss I did earlier. I believe it was a plus 11. Alright, so let me skip through and kind of walk you through what I just naturally kind of was doing. This is a no vitality first safe pull opener. A lot of tanks like doing the double pull opener. Some tanks like to play it safe and just do only these 2 packs alone. So even with a very slow opening and no vitality, you can still have a upward 1 mil almost on average AoE. And on top of that, you convert a lot of that into strong AoE healing over here, as shown. So this is the first pack. We can start skipping through, get to the next pack. I think we start the next pack roughly 20% vitality. Always keep the stomp active for conversion healing. Spell the tank there if you're nice. Always keep the brew buff going up here. This is another 15% flat versatility, which is more damage and healing. Just keep dealing as much damage and healing as you possibly can to keep storing more and more vitality. See, you almost have, by the time you started this pull, even from 0 vitality, after you build even more vitality back to 100% for almost the next pull. But since this is 11, I think I get away with using it again here because these mobs stay alive for a little bit longer. But a lot of it really is just tracking your vitality. Your damage output kind of really comes all from how much vitality you can gain. Keep gaining in between every 30 seconds. Right here we do a little monk skip paralysis, give him a little boop right there, keep him out of range. Right here, we start with around 75% vitality. Give it another brew, kick. I thought I had chi burst here. You always want to use chi burst off cooldown. It deals uncapped super amounts of damage. So kick again, do the lightning right here. It's absolutely crazy amounts of damage on average and healing. Right now, no one's really taking damage, so you can't really see healing. But if it distract over healing, this would be actually ridiculous. So we're gonna skip these 2 knob packs. The big point of showing here is I wanted to kind of skip to the part where it's consistent pack after the boss. Yeah, right here. Even your 2 target cleave is very good because vitality can hit up to deal max damage. Say if you have full vitality, which is roughly 6 million damage, you pop a brew, you kick 2 targets, you're splitting 3 million damage between 2 targets. Or I should say 6 million between 2 targets. So right here, I'm sitting on 100% vitality. I don't want to use it on these mobs because they're low. Ideally, you want to always use the damage stinking within the time window of 6 to... Your dot lasts for around 6 to 8 seconds. So if the mobs just die within that time, you basically just kind of wasted all that vitality. So you might as well save it for the next pack. So right here, we're sitting on 100% vitality for this pull. We already got a lightning. We can store these lightnings, by the way. That's another humongous part is that you can pop a brew and not use lightning, and you can recast it still again. I'm not sure how many times it's stacked up to. I have not really tried. All I know is I think 2 for certain. I'm not sure about 3, maybe even 3. So we pop an opener here, stomp, brew, kick for the versatility. Chi burst right here. Into a lightning. Into another lightning. And I'm not, while I'm just doing damage, people's health bars are just bouncing up, down, up, down, up, down, just because you're doing crazy amounts of damage. Converted into all that healing. Now, since I got 100%, also all your Jade lightning damage just fills your thing almost immediately. Fills your vitality almost absolutely immediately. So after you get done right here, pop another lightning during through. Look at that. Literally full vitality from for almost 1 lightning. Absolutely ridiculous amounts. I think that was actually 2 lightnings, but still. Kind of a... Alright, so then and on to the next pack with 100% vitality once again. Then you open with a stomp, kick, rising sun kick, into a chi burst. Look at this. Absolutely ridiculous amounts of damage. Absolutely ridiculous. Into another lightning, because I must have saved it from the last time. From the last pack. Let's skip forward into the next pack. Here we are, just solving the puzzle. But you kind of get the idea of like this damage just being absolutely ridiculous. This is only 4 targets. I think this is where I really skyrocketed on damage. No, was that on this one? Nah. I think the highest I was able to get with a perfect opener was actually like 2.6 mil in this, but still absolutely ridiculous. Even your single target is absolutely not bad just because of this brew. You basically have a damage window every 30 seconds with each brew, and you have 2 brews. They do 700k total to a random dragon before the boss or the next pack. So right here, opening roughly around 76% vitality. Okay, kick, brew, lightning, another lightning, a triple lightning because we can store as many, like a lot of lightnings from the single target. We're roughly doing 2 mil DPS on top of 2 mil HPS, which is that is just wild. Beyond a disc priest being able to do it and a coordinated pull, because they also do uncapped damage, I think Monk just has it a little bit better when it comes to damage and healing output. But yeah, this is, I think that this kind of shows for the most part of how it goes. I can skip to the bugs later because that's more of also of a heal check. Is these bugs, do we do the double pull here? I'm not too sure if we... There's a random, literal just random 11 that I decided to join just for this video. Casually, 1 pug should be fine, but just casually on these 3 bugs right here, just this almost second on damage, just casually, and the healing is just numbers is just beyond wild. Skip to... No, we only did 1 pack at a time, I think, pretty sure. But yep, chi burst because uncapped damage and it does ridiculous amounts. Just keep doing your rotation in between your brews, your brew windows. Another 100%. Pop another brew right there. Go for a lightning. I think we go for a kick here after. Blackout kick. Yeah, look at that. Another 1.3 mil with a 1.4 mil just overall healing right there. And that's not even like that is just, and it still is just ridiculous amounts of overhealing, because if you're doing or I should say 160% of my damage that's being calculated, this guy just died to a swirly. Not much you can do but blame the healer anyways, because that's what you normally should do. But just on average, even without the lightning, still doing just absurd amount. Like when you're gonna be brew, there's going to be some brew downtime windows. But just your basic rotation is still doing absolutely mass amounts of damage. We skip to the next pack. Chi burst to lightning to a stomp. Then we're pulling more, so it decided to stop dealing damage to that pack. This guy just pulled threat on the new mobs. Not much you can do. Blame the healer. That's the best thing you can do. Pop a brew, blackout kick to reset the kick. Always make sure you have the kick active from the Thunder Focus brew right here. 15% versatility, which is 15% damage and healing. Make sure your stomp is always active, and then and then you go ahead and use your lightning at free will. Since even then we were down a whole DPS, this is like what I mean when I can say you can pretty much just carry 11s and 12s. You can make them go by so quick. It's because this guy died, Potato died at the beginning to a swirly, right? This pack would have taken so much longer, right? Because we're down a whole DPS. But no, you have another DPS. You have a Fistweaver. So honestly, having a Fistweaver right now and these random 11s and 12s, if everything goes smoothly, you can easily +3 or +2 some of these 11s that are going on right now. And this is a random pug group, and we're almost at the last boss by the 12-minute mark with 3 deaths. So there's a quick little showdown of how ridiculous it is. How Monk is right now. I think they're very, very, very strong, especially after the last update. That gave them a whole bunch of buffs. This boss was a disaster show. We went from 3 to 7. Yeah, it's 3 to 7 deaths, and from one boss. Cause that one's a little tricky. It was just a rough fight. But yeah, still even then, pull the trash at the end. And think we had like what, 6 minutes on the clock? So just this, I feel like this key definitely would have been super close with the 7 deaths, but we're just going by so quickly with the packs throughout the entire dungeon, just for how much damage you are doing overall, and on top of your healing. This is the overall at the top left right here. I have 741k overall. That's like literally a whole nother DPS. On top of that, the 200k almost more than your tank. So yeah, it's literally just having like a really low item level, another DPS under your crew, just really blasting this dungeon. So yeah, that's just kind of a quick little tutorial rundown, the idea, thought process behind the brews.